All right, welcome back. So here we're just going to finish up our village, or mostly finish it up. There's probably still some details we can add to it, but yeah, we're just going to show you how I go through and add additional details to it, and then we'll have a little discussion at the end of the video. So I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a second. All right, so here we are. We're just fixing up the landscape here a little bit around this. What I'm doing here is just modifying the terrain a little bit. I'm sculpting it just to give that roadway or the area around it just a little unevenness. It was too flat. Here I'm trying to fix these pine trees. These pine clusters were a little bit difficult. They're kind of on a plane. They're hard to settle into uneven places. I could have angled them a little bit, and I think I tried that at one point in time, but they didn't look good. They were kind of tipping over. But I tried to fit them in, but a little later on in this, I believe I took them out and went for individual trees, and I like the spruce better anyway. So here, yeah, I had a little shader problems, but not that big a deal. Doing a little bit of texture painting on the terrain, trying to fix things up, adding a little bit more stuff in, putting some rocks in a spot, and just some other general stuff. I added a little canopy onto that building there. That's kind of cool. It was part of that. I want to go in and take a look at the materials on some of these, though, in a future video here, because I noticed that they're one-sided materials, and they're invisible from the other side. I found this giant village. We might use that at some point in time, but it was too big for the area, so I took it out. It would have kind of looked neat to have a little but it was also the wrong style. It was German-style village, so or something Nordic, kind of that style of building. Here I set up a little fruit stand. We're going to have maybe an NPC going with this fruit stand, sitting in here, a place where she can buy some food when we first start up the game. I'm thinking this, and I may have mentioned this in the previous videos, that this might be our little starting point for our character, a little starting village area. We could even set up a little space. Maybe we'll put a building in here that she can get inside of, that can be like her base of operations for the beginning of the game. A place to have a bed when we get the day-night cycle going and stuff like that, and get character stats going. It might be important to have a bed, or maybe a bed will be a respawn point in case you die, something along those lines. So yeah, just adding in some trees. Here's where I started putting in the fir trees. I think those look a lot nicer, and you can individually place them. They don't quite look right with the pine clusters, so I took the pine clusters out and decided to just fit my own trees in and around this thing. And in the end, there's probably a few that need some adjustments that need to be made, but we can make those over time. We'll find little bits and pieces. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little quick run through of setting things up. Okay, it looks like we have a village that's kind of weird. There's a plant in the middle. There's a plant in the middle of that. Well, I gotta fix that, but we've got some things going on here. We've got a vegetable stand, an old cart, some boxes, junk laying around. Doesn't look too bad. It could have some more detail. I added some trees in the back here. You saw that all in the speedy up section. I don't know why this isn't rendering in. I'm going to have to check out these plants, but that one's also in the middle of a building. I got to fix that. I keep backing up. I'm used to walking back and forth with in first person mode, so I got to fix that character. I put in some cherry trees by this little ramshackle thing here just to brighten it up a little bit, and it's not looking terrible. We've got our flowers over here, and oops, why did I freeze? There we go. And we've got our lake. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have some NPCs in here. My microphone got turned a little bit. We're going to have some NPCs in here, maybe wandering around, doing various things. And we're going to have a lady at this fruit stand. Maybe a lady or a man. I haven't decided yet. Maybe a lady, since our character is a lady. The first person she meets will be this this vendor here, and maybe it'll be a lady. And she'll tell her some things, and I'm thinking this is kind of the start of our game. We'll have a little adventure here. She'll tell her that there's a chest of some kind at the bottom of this lake over here, but nobody in the village has been able to get down that deep, and one person did, but he can't find the key, and he left the village long ago, and nobody knows where the key is. He might have taken it, or it might have been lost somewhere. So you're going to have to search around through a bunch of stuff in here and find the key. You'll probably have to buy some food from her, and then you can try your hand at swimming to the bottom of this lake. Now we're going to have some air restrictions and stuff for actually swimming in the lake, and you'll be able to swim down, of course, but down there at the bottom is going to be a chest. And if you've got the key and you can swim down to the bottom, you'll be able to open the chest and get something. And we have to kind of figure out what that something is. But that's going to be kind of what the first little adventure is here. Oh, I'm still compiling shaders. That's why it's freezing once in a while. So, yep. So I think that's it for this little video series here. We did quite a lot. We built a water plane, we did materials, we did decorating of this area. We've got some more decorating to do. We could use some more ground cover along in here and stuff like that. Different kinds of grasses, maybe other kinds of plants, but we'll get there. We'll get this all fixed up, looking really nice. I think in the next set, though, we're going to start putting some AI together, get some NPCs walking around and doing some stuff with some artificial intelligence, and have a little thing here where we can interact with one of the NPCs and find out some information from that NPC. We also have to come up with at least a health system first, along with air breathing so she can dive down, and we have to fix the controller so that she can actually swim down to the bottom. And we'll figure out that. It can't be too difficult. It's going to be the first little adventure of the game. But it'll teach about various mechanics and so forth. So that's it for this section or series or whatever of building up this. We'll do some more details later, and thanks for watching. All right, well, our village is looking pretty good. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you really liked it, hit that like button, and if you want to subscribe to me, and I would appreciate it very much. And if you want to get notifications when I upload videos, hit that notify button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.